How could you just leave?
I had to come here.
My boy, you don't need to see this.
What's up, everybody watching? It's been a minute since I've seen you all on YouTube, and I thought today would be a good day to do a reaction video, since this cinematic came highly recommended to me from a number of people to take a look at. It's from World of Warcraft Legion, patch 7.2, titled King Anduin. Now, I'm usually a Horde player when it comes to World of Warcraft, but I love to see how the story progresses as well along the Alliance side. Now, this video, from what I know about it so far, is the Alliance returning to the broken shore where I believe Anduin Wrynn has died. Now, I haven't been as caught up on World of Warcraft Legion as I would like. I have been dealing with other things in my life currently that really just need to be addressed and haven't had the time. I do intend to catch up on this, but being that this cinematic came so highly recommended from people, I thought I would take a look at this. And eventually I will catch up and get the full story. So I'm going to take a look at World of Warcraft Legion 7.2 Cinematic King Anduin. Let's take a look at this one and see what it's about. Alright, boys and girls, you know what we do here. This is the part where we lace up and get ready to take a look at the newest cinematic, King Anduin. Here we go, guys. Let's see what this is all about.
Here. This is where his father fell.
Velen and Greymane.
The boy has never known the horrors of the Legion, as we have.
No. I haven't.
Anduin, how could you just leave?
I had to come here.
My boy, you don't need to see this.
Sylvanas calling back the Horde. It's like he's reliving it.
Father.
He's gonna find the sword.
You never surrendered. Even here, at the very end. I cannot do this, Father. I can't be the hero you were.
See his
can't be
eyes
the
in the
king.
sword.
Anduin, your father's actions were indeed heroic. They were his challenge to us, his people, to never let fear prevail, even at the very gates of hell.
What am I supposed to do now?
What a king must do.
Stay strong, man. So Anduin is a paladin now? Honestly, my first reaction to this here, this is the most relatable World of Warcraft cinematic that I have seen. And it's ironic that it comes from the Alliance side of things. Watching this video kind of showed me it kind of showed me, and like Anduin walking back, reminiscing, dealing with the pain and loss of his father, getting the sword reminiscing on all past memories. This is something that a lot of people do when they are dealing with loss. And the funniest part is I can completely relate to everything that he said, like Anduin said in this cinematic. Extremely touching. Like Greymane saying he didn't have to be here, and Anduin saying he had to come in this cinematic. I totally understand this. To retrace what's happened to deal with a great deal of loss, which it looks like people have seen on both sides, on the Horde and the Alliance side. Now, the part here that's kind of crazy to me here, I relate to what Anduin is going through in this cinematic. The feels were amazing. Like, you get a little choked up. I've been dealing personally with a great deal of loss in my life. And I understand how difficult that is to deal with without getting into grave detail over this kind of stuff. It is a constant emotional burden. The retracing of his steps and just seeing how the Broken Shore played out and having to be there to understand that. Retracing his father's steps, excuse me, and being there to understand that, I totally get it. It is a way of, I guess, getting closure and allowing yourself to stay strong. Like, the message I got out of this from Anduin Wrynn is he understands that he has been beaten and battered emotionally. He's dealt with a lot. And this is a cinematic where he rises up to finally become the king that everyone expected him to be. But it took his father's motivation for him to get to that point. Retrieving his father's sword and seeing it light up on the Broken Shore. I'm not sure if he's going to stay a priest or that means Anduin Wrynn is going to become a paladin, but that was honestly very touching. That was touching to me. Seeing him grab the sword to be able to move forward, and the look in his eyes, the determination. You can tell there's a lot of anger and pain behind Anduin Wrynn's eyes, and as a person who's dealt with that shit over and over again, you can either let it destroy you, or you can take that and use it as motivation to move forward and conquer any obstacle in your path, which it looks like Anduin Wrynn is going to do when it comes to the Burning Legion. I can relate to this in ways I can't even begin to explain. I know there's probably a lot of viewers who deal with loss, pain, all sorts of it, on different levels with different magnitudes. And I just think the message out of this trailer is you to stay strong, even at the gates of hell, like they said, because it can downright fucking consume you. You can't let it. Fight on always. That's what this showed me. Never give up and just to keep on fighting. Kind of like King Varian did till your last goddamn breath. That's how I am. And I think that that's how pretty much most people in this situation should be. Take the attitude of just fight, fight, and fight. Because eventually I think things do get better in life, and we're seeing this sort of play out in World of Warcraft in a weird sort of way. Maybe this is just my personal reaction, and this is how I related to this cinematic. But it is my reaction, and it does trigger anger and emotion. It just was overall touching. It's ironic that out of all the cinematics in World of Warcraft, all the shit I talk about the Horde, the Alliance, the most touching cinematic that I could ever see in WoW turns out to be an Alliance cinematic. The irony of all this shit. I'm very anxious to see how Anduin Wrynn rises up and takes over as king. He had some growing to do, and I think this was the scene that showed Anduin growing. And that is a lesson I think All of us need to learn. Every single friggin' one of us can grow as people and fight through all of our goddamn demons. It's there. We can all do it. And it's nice to see it play out this way in a video game. I can see why the people who recommended this video wanted me to see it. It was a great video. That's my reaction, everyone. Stay fucking strong. Everybody who's dealing with anything. Death, mental health, emotional issues, any fucking issues. Stay strong. We're done. The message in this video is clear. Stay fucking strong and fight. I'll see you all later.
What am I supposed to do now?
What a king must do.